Before we get started, I would like to warn you I will be saying the A word a few times throughout this video. Please take the following time to either put in headphones or mute your device. This is a fairly easy process. Open a web browser and go to Amazon.com. Search for Echo. Find one of your liking and add it to your cart. A few days later, your brand new Alexa will arrive. Or you could take the overly complicated route I'm about to show you that will probably end up costing you more in the end than if you followed the first set of instructions. To start, you will need a few things. A Raspberry Pi, preferably one with built-in Wi-Fi, a speaker with a 3.5mm jack, and a USB microphone, plus all the other stuff a Pi needs. Once you have everything, go to raspberrypi.org, Downloads, Raspbian, and Raspbian Stretch Lite. You can download the zip or torrent. This version of Raspbian doesn't have a desktop, so we will need to do a little more setup, but it will work instantly with Alexa Pi. Once you have it downloaded, flash it to a SD card and we can get started. Insert the SD, connect all of your accessories, and then plug in the power. Once booted, it will ask you for a login. Default for Raspbian is Pi for a username and Raspberry for the password. We will turn the login off now so Alexa Pi runs on boot. In the console, type sudo raspi-config. Navigate to Boot Options, Desktop CLI, and select Console Auto Login. Next, we need to turn on SSH so we can work on our Pi from a computer. Open Interfacing Options, SSH, and turn on the server. Exit out of the raspi-config and type sudo reboot now to restart, and you should see you don't need the login screen anymore. Now we can connect remotely, but our Wi-Fi is not connected. Connecting Wi-Fi is easy, or if you have Ethernet, you can just plug that in now and skip the next step. Type sudo nano/etc/wpa_supplicant/wpa_supplicant.conf and navigate to the bottom of the file and insert network equals SSID with your SSID and passkey with your password. Use Ctrl X and Y to save the file and then reboot your machine once more with sudo reboot now. Your Pi should now be connected to the internet. You can test this with ping google.com and hopefully you should see some packets returned. Use Ctrl C to exit out of this ping. We will also need the IP of your Pi, which you can get with the command ifconfig. Under WLAN 0 inet, you will see the IP address. Write this down so we can use it on your computer. This time, shut down your Pi with sudo shutdown now and unplug your HDMI/video cable and keyboard. Now plug the Pi back in and you will be ready to go. On a computer, we will SSH into our Pi. To do this, we need an SSH client. This is built into Macs, or on PC, you can use PuTTY. I will show you how to do it on Mac. For PuTTY, there is plenty of documentation online. Open up a terminal and type SSH space Pi at your IP address, and when prompted for a password, use Raspberry. If this is not working, verify that you have the right IP address and you turn on the SSH server on your Pi. You should be connected with a similar window that was on your Pi. Now we need to update the Pi to make sure everything will work correctly. You do this with sudo apt-get update. From here, you should be ready to go to install Alexa Pi. Follow the steps on their wiki linked in the description to complete the installation. Once completed, you should be able to reboot your Pi and have a working homemade Alexa for only slightly more money and a lot more time than just buying an Echo from their website. If you are having microphone/audio issues, please check out their wiki and search for help before asking. Most questions have already been answered. This is a fun project and allows for endless possibilities of expansion.